Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Today is our wrap party for our Conquering Overwhelm series. This has been your 21-day resilience plan. Thank you for joining me throughout our little adventure. And especially thank you for coming back today for our bonus day, day 22 of our 21-day plan. So congratulations to making it to the finish line with me if you have been along for the entire journey or part of the journey as it has fit into your busy schedule. If you are just catching this video, then I invite you to check out the whole series, whether that be through the Live with Less Stress Facebook group or on YouTube on the 3X Less Stress YouTube channel. I have playlists in each of those areas where you can catch up. You can find all of the videos. You can take them in order. You can get your workbook through the link that is in the comments and decide which of these exercises or introspections feels most compelling to you and choose your own adventure. In any case, however you came to progress through this with me, I want to thank you for making this time for yourself and for trusting me to lead the way as we move through this together. Because I know that your time is precious. I know that I put a priority on my time and I try to maximize it and do the best that I can with what I have available. And so your trust along the way, your time and generosity in being with me and commenting and sending me messages has been so deeply appreciated. So I want to thank you for the ways that you show up for yourself and to support what I'm creating here. My name is Susie Vine. If we are just meeting, if you are jumping in midstream, I am a stress buster and I am passionate about seeing people have a more empowered relationship with stress. And by cultivating resilience, by reclaiming our personal authority, our fundamental right to be healthy and well, because these beautifully designed bodies that we are occupying are designed to come back into balance and to be healthy. We're not designed to be happy, perhaps. Some of us might have been a little luckier in that genetic lottery. However, we are also learning that we can move beyond our basic biology. While we are wired to respond to stress, we can rewire our brains to put a priority on feeling happier more often. And I hear some of you say, is this another one of these toxic positivity pitches? That is not what I am about here. If you've been with me along the way, we've been taking a look at how we really feel. We've been digging into the triggers, noticing what causes us stress, what causes us the emotions that come along with stress, feeling irritable, feeling like we want to withdraw socially. All of those things, if we take at face value, if we don't get curious, they can really limit us, what we have access to, right? They can really limit our potential for resilience. And if we stay curious, if we remember that we deserve more, we deserve to feel better more often of the time, we deserve to thrive now and through all of our days, then that's a little bit more incentive to dig into work like this, to reclaim your well-being and to make a priority of it. Because as I have also been saying along the way, nobody else is going to make a priority of your health and your happiness. That's your job. And so I hope that I have been able to inspire you, to show you that it doesn't have to be an overwhelming challenge. Our entire goal here has been to dial down the overwhelm and to look for ways to boost your resilience. This comes from finding opportunities to recover from the stress that we have coming in now on so many different channels, to find ways to restore and nourish your body, mentally, physically, spiritually, in all of those aspects, so that we can keep showing up to do the work that we feel compelled to do, to support our family and the people that we love, to shine our light at a time when the world needs us to be able to be here doing just that. So yesterday and day 21, we took a look back through everything that we have covered. Again, if you don't have your 40-page workbook, it's a free resource that I have created because I feel this need right now in others as well as in myself. Please get this right now while you're thinking about it. Don't put it on your to-do list because I know life is going to come up and distract you in a couple of minutes here. So grab this resource, make sure you have this saved because it won't always be available for free. There's so much within this program. There is so much here that I know this is not to say more than just a free resource. I would give and give and give if I could, but that doesn't help me pay rent here in sunny California. So I will always have free resources available. If you listen to my podcast, Tools for Stress Management and Resilience for Your Happified Life, I just like to call it Happified. If you follow my Happified podcast, you're always getting access to resources that I've created along the way, pointing you to other podcast conversations where we can dive more deeply, amazing conversations with people who inspire me and I know will inspire you. So there are always ways for you to get things at free if that's where you are and that's what you have access to. And I welcome you. I want to support you. And for people who put a little more value where they put investment, I have things at that opportunity as well. So what I want to take a look at today is how you can integrate the tools and the practices that we have integrated over these 21 days moving forward. Because I haven't made any secret that a big part of my motive in showing up here live every day for 21 days, that hasn't been an easy commitment, but I did it because I felt it was so important to help light a spark and to shine a light on this, what's available, what is all inside, so people take advantage of it, dive in and come along with me, is also to help you develop the practice of checking in with yourself more regularly. Whether that is the act of noticing, right? Of being present to where are your emotions today? When are you feeling triggered in a conversation, in a situation? What is behind that trigger so that you know what there is for you to come back to and address, to examine, to move through, and to release? By checking in with ourselves more consistently, by getting into this practice of this daily awareness, this is fundamental for helping you to fortify your resilience. We are designed to be resilient. We are designed to respond to stress. It's a great motivator to learn and to push ourselves to grow and to reach for new things, right? Not all stress is bad. I'm never going to be the one sitting here telling you to run away from all stress, to unsubscribe from anything that causes you stress. What I am here to say is that we don't need to have it on drip, right? We don't need to accept the fact that it is coming in on all channels and people expect us to always be available. We get to put a priority on our well-being, because when you have the chance to meet stress and recover, then when stress shows up again, you are stronger and better prepared to meet it, right? That's the source of resilience. So resilience grows through the things that we grow through. So I'm here to help you find that healthier balance on recognizing the benefits of stress. The other side of that scale is the kind of people who respond to stress. They start to draw only on that gas tank. They thrive on adrenaline. They love to push things to the deadline and then, produce great work under the gun, if you will, right? Those people who create situations of stress because that is what kicks them into high gear. That's not sustainable either. So while I'm saying there's a healthy relationship that we can find with stress, I'm also encouraging you to find that sweet spot where you can see it, recognize it, utilize it, and step away from it so that you can have your maximum recovery, so that you can reach your maximum resilience. So in our workbook, buried away at the back, I think I forgot to even let you know to look ahead and take advantage of these tools until we were well into our series. You will find later on in the workbook a 21-day tracker. It's just 21 squares if you're going 3 weeks at a time. If you're looking to integrate a new habit, if a new well being habit was one of the goals that you looked at along the way, you have here your page where you can record your progress. Or just keep it as a check in list, just a quick check in. How would you rate your day on a scale of 1 to 10? I also have a 30-day tracker if you want to track your progress throughout the course of a month. You can make more copies of these pages. They all have fillable fields. You can fill it in online. If you're interested in having some PDF documents where I just have multiples of these pages, so you can have that online document, but a page for every series, a page for every month, then please let me know. That's something that's valuable to you in the comments. I will create it and then make that available, because I'm all about the tools that you have in your toolbox, especially tools that you use. Now, also, I have in the workbook, as we looked, during the course of our series, a couple of daily trackers that help you look a little more deeply into what you're eating, where your energy and mood are through the course of the day. You can track how you're moving. You can track your water consumption. It's a great way to start looking below the surface and discovering patterns in your energy cycles, in your mood cycles, in your sleep cycles. So I have these daily tracker pages, and I also have, towards the end of the workbook, the wellness tracker page that lets you get a week in a snapshot. So you can track there, how's your water consumption, how's your energy, your rest, make quick notes about what you've been eating. Again, so you can uncover patterns. You might discover that you're not responding well to certain foods. Even certain foods that are deemed healthy, we might be sensitive to. I know people who are allergic or have sensitivities to eggs, to onions. It's not just the primary culprits of wheat or dairy that we need to avoid or be aware of. There's also often issues with soy, with corn, with some of the products that are genetically modified, not because they're genetically modified, but perhaps because they've been modified in order to accommodate the higher use of pesticides. And as our bodies are exposed to pesticides, I think our bodies are telling us they don't want any of that. And so being curious about how your body is responding to different foods, maybe if you're eating a higher carb lunch and you're really struggling through the afternoon, it is a sign to go to a lean protein lunch so you don't get that brain fog. Look for these patterns and be curious about it. So I hope that you will continue to use these tools. This is a resource that I intended to have that capacity to grow as you move forward. And looking at the work that we did, looking at our goals, I hope that that is something too. The year is winding down. It is the season where we start looking ahead to what we want to commit to and create in the upcoming year. And I'm a big advocate of self-first scheduling. In fact, that's something I'm going to be sitting down to do within the next couple of days. Because while this year, 2024, I put a commitment on restoring social commitments and relationships, I felt it was important to recommit to building my community and letting my community know how important they are to me. There's a page for that in the workbook as well. Take a look at the community day that we all work through together. This year, I am recognizing that I have become detached. I've become too removed from nature, and nature is my battery. It's where I charge up and I get refreshed. And so this year, my self-first scheduling commitment is going to be making opportunities for me to get back to nature. So it's a great time of year to be looking ahead, but don't get lost in those professional goals and aspirations. Bring a more holistic point of view. What makes your heart sing, and how can you do more of it? Where do you find moments of awe and wonder? something we didn't take a deep look at in this series, but something that I'm passionate about, because those moments of awe and wonder, those moments that spark curiosity and bring you totally present into the here and now, they have the ability to slow time. How incredible is that? That's why when we're children, it doesn't feel like time is flying by, because we're discovering, we're engaging, and completely losing ourselves in the things that we're experiencing. And that makes more bookmarks in our mind. As we grow, as we mature, we have less of those mind blowing experiences. And without those bookmarks, we don't have as many things to mark the passage of time, and the days start to spin by. So, by integrating awe and wonder, those opportunities for curiosity, for creativity, for play, which is covered in our series, that's how you find this benefit of slowing the passage of time, of savoring these special moments, of giving yourself the opportunity to experience more joy, which is something that I wish for all of us. Again, nobody else is going to put a priority on that for you. This is your work to do. And I hope that I am here to inspire you. I am always here to cheer you on. Anytime you need a cheerleader, you just look me up and I will be right there with my pom-poms ready to go, ready to advocate for you and your well-being. So one other thing that I wanted to share with you is a special invitation. And this isn't an invitation that I am just making freely anymore. I used to have this available on my website on 3xlessstress.com. That's the number 3, the letter X, lessstress.com. If you type into that web address /strategy, you will see there the opportunity to book a call with me. If anything has come up along the way, if you have questions, if you know that you want to go further in this work, if this has only whetted your appetite, please take a look at that page. I have a few openings on my calendar. It's been a little bit busy. You might have to wait a minute to get in with me, but I want to make this invitation to you. So 3xlessstress.com/strategy will get you a link to take a look at my calendar. I have 30-minute conversation spots available where we can talk about what is one issue that you're having, what's one area where you're ready to move the needle on stress, what's one area where you're getting hung up. Maybe you want to learn more about Bach flower essences, again, another aspect of my coaching practice that we haven't been able to dive deeply into. Again, I have many resources. If you're curious, you want to learn more about these safe and natural remedies that are available at your health food store, you just have to know which ones you're looking for, and I love to help you crack the code on that. If you're looking for ways to boost your resilience, if you're looking for ideas to help someone that you love, because sometimes in order to get the ball moving and sometimes in order to move into momentum, we need to help carry someone else along, then please reach out to me, take a look there and see what you can find to get on my schedule. If that's not available to you, you can send me a message also through my website, 3xlessstress.com/strategy. So I hope that if that lands with you, if that feels important, that you will take me up on that offer, because it is, as I said, it's not one that I have openly available anymore. I don't have that link on my website. That's a by invitation only. So that means we're friends now. But I do love helping people move forward and stay engaged and stay committed to this work through coaching. So if you feel like this is something now that you want to keep this momentum going, I hope you will reach out to me. We don't have to have a strategy session. If you know you want to do this work and dig into this, then reach out through that contact form there and let me know. You can see on my services page, work with people in a variety of different methods, stress coaching, flower essence consultations. If you're in the San Diego area, you also are lucky enough to perhaps have access to my therapeutic body work, which is still a part of my practice. I do sound bath meditations. I do lots of stuff because there are so many different ways that we can engage and resolve stress. And that's my mission. That's my passion. I want to see so many empowered people out there who are changing the way that we look at stress. We are empowered, we are capable, we are strong, we are resilient by design, and we are passionate by nature. And I want to see these sparks of light continue. So I'd love to work with you. If you feel compelled to work with me moving forward, let's talk about how coaching can support you. And regardless of that, if you're continuing to do this work, honestly, you could start over with the series. Maybe on the first of every month, you make a date with yourself and you recommit to just looking through this material again. Because every time we move through something, we find something different. So the first pass might have been very enlightening to you. The second pass is going to allow you to go deeper. The third pass is going to shine a light on some things that still had not yet let themselves be known to you. So keep that in mind as well. If you know or love somebody who you feel this work would benefit, then enlist them as a study buddy and go through the material with them. These videos that I have shared with you will be available. These replays will be on YouTube and in the Facebook group for a limited time. My plan at this point is to keep them online until the end of this year. So it's not a, open invitation. This isn't I'm going to do it quarterly and I'm going to start in March kind of an offer at this point in this method. Go ahead and take advantage of these while they're available now. You can make it through this series again before Christmas, as a good friend of mine pointed out. So this is your opportunity to make the most of this work, to familiarize with the content with my voice, keeping you company. But this workbook, once you download it, is always going to be available to you. And so I would love to hear how this has supported you. What are your insights and takeaways? Is there anything that you would add to this? Because, of course, I can keep adding and revising this document. In some regards, it was hard for me to leave it as it is and not, here's a new PDF, download this workbook now. So I know that this is going to be growing and evolving, this work that we have looked at together here. So I invite you to share with me how your experience unfolded for you. What are you calling in for yourself moving forward? What would you like to create? Who are you planning to share it with? And how will you commit to moving through it together? So do share in the comments. I would love to hear from you, or you can share a private message. Of course, that's fine too. Some of you are more comfortable just having a direct conversation, and I love that. I invite that. So I want to thank you finally. And most emphatically, I want to thank you for making this time for yourself, because there's a lot of demands on your attention. I absolutely know how that goes as a girl who does lots of stuff. And I'm so grateful that you made this time to join me and to help me see this work through a new lens, but also that you are showing that you put a priority on your well-being, because that's what we need in this world. We need whole and healthy and well-resourced people who believe that they deserve to be healthy and well, because as a byproduct of that, we tend to believe that everybody deserves to be healthy and well. And by moving that forward, by sharing that ripple effect, by sharing the positivity that comes with the insights and the results of this work, we are lifting up the people around us. So there's my secret motivation. There's my drive. Thank you for being a part of this wave with me, this movement to empower ourselves, to transform our relationships with stress. Thank you so much. I won't carry on any longer. I think you got the memo. With so much gratitude to you for all that you do. Until I see you next time, and I hope it will be soon, take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you later.